appeal of a luxury car is more than its sticker price. It should make you feel special, it should cocoon you in comfort, and it should let the world know of your status. And in this new series on CarWale, we take a look at anything and everything that makes a car a luxury car. And we begin by decoding how luxurious this, the Mercedes-Benz GLC 200 petrol is. The GLC's exterior design combines imposing road presence with a rounded premium design, befitting a more urban-centric style than utilitarian built-to-a-purpose designs of SUVs earlier. At over 4.6 meters long and 1.6 meters tall, the GLC towers over most other cars, while also hinting at good interior space. At the same time, the glistening blue brilliant paint, rounded off corners at the front and rear, subtle character lines on the engine cover and the sides, a window line which curves from the front to the rear, and gently flared wheel arches make it look more athletic and upmarket. The chrome and silver elements around the GLC give the SUV much nearer contrast and relief. The large chrome front fork bash plate and chrome element on the rear bumper can look premium or garish depending on your taste. But the grille with the satin silver slats, the prominent three-pointed star logo, silver window line highlights, silver roof rails, silver side steps with rubber studs, 19-inch multi-spoke alloy wheels in a high shine finish, and the 4 chrome exhaust tips certainly add to the luxury factor on the outside. The front and rear all LED lights complete the classy design of the GLC on the outside. The headlight consists of 2 rows of 3 LED elements surrounded by LED DRLs. The DRLs also develop as animated sweeping indicators, which look good and are noticeable by others on the road as well. The tail lamps mimic the 3-part LED elements found in the headlamps and feature a complete LED surround element too. These lights automatically adjust their brightness to remain visible at all times without blinding onlookers. Step inside and you'll notice that the GLC has not completely been updated to Mercedes' latest interior design theme, such as found on SUVs like the G-Class or the latest A-Class limousine. But the SUV does get all the latest equipment from the company's lineup, including the extensive use of multicolor ambient lighting, twin digital screens, haptic touchpad on the center console, touch-sensitive buttons on the steering wheel, and a multi-speaker surround sound system, etc. The GLC is available with beige and brown interior theme, but this particular GLC 200 has been outfitted with the more sportier feeling black theme. Brown walnut wood trim on the center console and door pads, along with large slab of silver on the dashboard and chrome spoke on the steering wheel, brighten up the cabin and provide a much needed relief. Look closely and the details inside the GLC point to a great build quality and add to the sense of luxury. Soft touch, high quality leather is used to cover the seats, the upper part of the dashboard and the door pads. These also feature fine double stitching in contrast white. All buttons, switches, surround trims feature satin silver or chrome. The metallic surfaces are both nice to touch and help liven up the interior also. From the window switches to the rotary knobs of the AC vents to the toggle switches of the front climate control or the mode selector on the lower center console and the knurled rolling switches on the steering wheel or the volume control switch on the center console, everything feels well built, looks great and work flawlessly. The 2 all-digital screens on the dashboard add a class of modernism to the classically beautiful cabin of the GLC. Featuring the company's AI-powered MBUX operating system, the freestanding 10.25-inch infotainment screen and the 12.3-inch instrument cluster provide a plethora of data, multiple multimedia playback, and smartphone connectivity options, with high-quality menus and multiple displays. There is even a 9-speaker surround sound system to soothe your senses. Meanwhile, the way the speakers are integrated into the door pads look visually appealing and add to the style statement inside. The final and the most brilliant element of the visual theme inside the GLC is its interior lighting. This includes elements like the pulsating start-stop button, the backlighting for the buttons, and of course the 64 color ambient lighting. You can choose from a preset lighting theme or choose your own color for the LEDs placed around the cabin. These make the cabin feel very special, especially at night. After you've taken the visual delights, it is time to sit and relax inside the GLC. The place to be is at the front, where the seats are better cushioned, have more contours, and can be electrically adjusted in multiple ways. The front passengers can also enjoy a massage with 2 modes to choose from. They also have access to the multimedia system via the haptic feedback touchpad on the center console, via the touchscreen, or even via their own voice. The rear seats are comfortable and are plenty spacious for 2 occupants. The panoramic sunroof provides more natural light inside and improves the sensor space. Meanwhile, there are manually operated window blinds available to the rear passengers for added privacy and shielding from the sun. There are 2 features that owners of the GLC will really love. The SUV gets a 360-degree parking camera setup. This is not just helpful while parking in tight spots, it also allows you to drive through narrow roads without too much trouble. The other is the ability to open or close all windows and the sunroof using the lock or unlock buttons on the remote. This allows the hot air inside the SUV to escape if you have had to park it out in the sun, while also allowing you to close the windows after you have stepped out of the SUV. There are plenty of storage spaces in the Mercedes-Benz GLC. This includes the space under the neatly integrated lid on the center console, the deep space under the front center armrest, cup holders on the rear armrest, and spaces on the door pads. The center console space also has a wireless smartphone charger and plug points to charge or connect phones to the infotainment system, along with 2 cup holders. The deep, flat boot has a storage space of 580 liters with the rear seats folded up. This can be increased to 1600 liters with the seats folded down completely. A 40-20-40 split allows for that space to be used perfectly as per requirement. The Mercedes-Benz GLC 200 Progressive rides on steel springs and hydraulic shock absorbers with adaptive dampers. With no air suspension or magnetic shock absorbers, the GLC has limited ability to smoothen the ride, though this does not mean that it is bad. In eco and comfort mode, the dampers do their best to prevent shocks and undulations from making themselves felt in the cabin. This is especially difficult at low speeds and over continuous undulations like the ones you find on the Mumbai-Pune Expressway. But find a smooth set of tarmac and the GLC shows magic carpet-like ride quality. The GLC 200 is powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder petrol engine, while power is sent to the rear wheels via a 9-speed automatic transmission. The engine is quick enough if pushed, but complements the comfortable nature of the GLC best. With 9 gear ratios to choose from and plenty of torque available in the mid-range, you can barely hear the engine at any speed, or even while overtaking. It's only when you manually shift while the paddles behind the steering wheel and let the engine rev up to its red line of just over 6000 RPM, or put it in sport mode, that the engine makes itself heard. So, we have taken a close look at everything that makes the Mercedes-Benz GLC a luxury car. This GLC 200 Progressive variant is offered at an ex-showroom price of 57.37 lakh rupees. You can check out the on-road price of the SUV in your city through the link in the description below or by tapping the pop-up banner on the screen. As always, do press the like button and share the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as we upload a new video on this channel.